Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai and today I'm gonna be reacting to Chainsaw Man, chapter 207. But as usual, let's talk about the last one, 206. So I feel like I said everything I wanted to say about Asa's part of the chapter last time. Like I really don't think I have anything to add really. If anything would be like predictions and like I already have the next chapter, so why do that? But yeah, I just really liked everything with Asa in 206. Also, someone pointed out that in page 11, when there's like the three panels of her closing her eyes, the one in the middle, she looks a lot like Yoshida, so I don't know if there's like some like, parallel with him at the moment, or if that's just, something else, but I just thought I'd bring it up. Also, yo, low-key homophobic that Fujimoto did not show Yoshida at all during Pride Month. Like, what is this? Anyway, yeah, but yeah, I'm really proud of Asa. And I'm hoping that she keeps, going up in this trajectory that she is in. Instead of the, like I said, even though it's realistic, I can have my hopes that it won't be like 2 steps forward and then 1 step behind type of deal. Also, I did like saw someone basically, like the whole thing was Asa like always tripping and falling in a very, not in multiple very crucial moments since we've met her, but this time she didn't trip and fall, so there's definitely something to be said there about her, about this moment being a moment of progress for her. I know I said I was not gonna talk about Asa, but I did wanted to bring that up. Like I already said about like Asa using her arms that Yoru has basically used to, continue her uh, wrong ways of claiming Asa's body as her own, and now Asa reclaiming that and saying, no, this is my body, and using Bang herself, which was also something that is a reminder of her trauma, that Yoru killed a bunch of people with it, and now she's using it to free herself from Yoru's control. So yeah, okay. Because last time I kind of like just focused mainly on that and didn't really talk about Denji. So yeah, Falling says, you haven't changed at all since last time. Your chainsaws cannot frighten me. So I don't know. I don't know about Falling, but I definitely do not agree with her. Denji has definitely changed for the worse in between Falling's introductory arc and this chapter. I mean, it's because of people, it's mainly Yoru and public safety and the church ruining his life more and more and not seeing him as his own person or just, using him for their own gains. But still, it has caused Denji's empathy to go down. And I still believe that the way that Denji acted when he killed that guy that was in Fake Saw's heart to kill Fake Saw himself, that was him lacking empathy completely. But now when we see this, I don't think it's because, now looking back, I don't think it's because Denji has no empathy, but rather it's because he's putting so much effort to put a wall between himself and what his action costs to other people. That's a natural the natural aftermath of that is him not being able to feel empathy, because then he'd have to deal with the emotional consequences that is causing someone else, like the twins, losing a family member, and Denji just internalizing that as causing what Makima caused for him, basically, when he lost Aki and power. Like, he wouldn't want that for someone else. But he just chooses not to think about that because that would lead to really sad and depressing thoughts. So it's like, okay, if I don't think about it, then it won't affect me. But now he's been put in a place here where he has no choice but to confront that. And it's different from during Fallen's arc, where she made him see Aki in power, and then he just chainsawed his brain to not think about it. This is different. This is, that was Denji's own trauma, but this is Denji causing someone else trauma regarding losing family. So that's for him even a bigger, just a lot harder to ignore and try to look away from. After all, yeah, like, I'm thinking like Denji fighting the gun fiend and everyone asking him like, please, save us. Why? Because he wouldn't want his actions to cause someone else to have the same pain as him. But he hadn't thought about it until now because, well, that's Denji's whole coping mechanism. If you don't think about it, it won't cause you pain. But you can only ignore something for so long until it comes back to you. Yeah, you took someone away from us. Oh, and then little Denji is apologizing. And, like, that's how you know that really struck a chord within Denji's soul. If he reverts back to being a little kid. I mean, he's already pretty young, like, mentally. But this even more so sends him back. Like, he already has all the guilt about killing his own family. Now he's like, oh shit, and made someone else go through that too. And falling just does not give him a chance to try to distract himself from it. He's just stuck there. So I think that's gonna be it for the Denji section of the chapter. And really, like, my thoughts on last week's. But it's still, like, really cool, like, visuals with Falling's powers. I guess, like, I feel like the most obvious one would be like, oh, Denji looks so little while Falling's head looks huge. Because that's how bringing those memories up makes them feel really small and powerless. Okay, let's get to next chapter. But first, as always, I'm gonna tell you if I got spoiled, and I kinda did. I saw a panel of Denji crying, and I think next to him it was a like Makima was in the panel, so maybe we're gonna see him remember her. But you know, I scrolled past real quick and then left the app. So you know, if it wasn't Makima, then you know, okay, I did not get that spoiled. But if it is, and I'm not surprised to see her, that's why. Alright. Ooh, chapter 207 titled Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. Okay, so Asa is still holding on to him. Let's see. Don't be afraid, Denji. Think happy thoughts. Okay, well, that's a start. I don't deserve to be happy. Yeah, I expected that. He's really, like, straight up sobbing. What? The worst thing that's ever been done to me, I was doing the same thing to other people. Yeah, okay. I got it right. Somebody like me shouldn't be allowed to be happy. Oh, man. Yeah, the guilt is so big. He's completely given up on happiness already. Oh, those panels of Asa thinking what to say. I like that. Like, she really seems at a loss of what, you know, what could be good to say to someone saying that. I'll make you happy, Denji. I wanted to for a long time now. I'm feeling cautious about this, but I'll continue on. But how? I don't know, but we can think about that together. You're dumb, so you have to think. Oh, I love that line though. And I think she said literally the opposite of it in the aquarium arc. Man, I have to look it up. Yo. I remember Naita saying, calling him, like, dumb in 155. But I don't remember, like, if she said anything else. When, like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, Naita in 155 says, Denji, you're a huge idiot. You don't think about anything. But that's like, you know, she's just saying that, you know. She's not saying you don't need to think about anything. She's just saying like, oh, yeah, you don't think about anything. But that's something to have in mind, you know, in case that is relevant to the way that Denji has been, to the way that people have treated Denji in regards to his intelligence. Okay. I'm looking at what 116. Okay. She just says, while I'm at it, just for now, do exactly as I say. When they find the money. Huh. Yeah, so she doesn't say don't think. Okay. Got it. I do feel like Yoru has said that to him, like, you know, don't think, but I could be wrong. That I'm not so sure what chapter could have been. Makima, like that one's obvious. Definitely, like, you know, if you become my dog, then you don't have to think. So this is pretty big. That someone finally told them, you do have to think. It's because, you know, that you try to not think that some of these situations have come about. You need to finally start looking at yourself and the people around you. You cannot keep your eyes closed forever. Okay, this is good. Whoa. Look out! Okay. A building almost crushed them. We still haven't seen Denji's eyes though, since she said that. Oh, okay. I don't know why we're following the building. But it crashed, getting into another house. Or colliding, rather. More buildings are going up, and we see Falling's face. Ooh, interesting panel. Asa in the foreground and Falling in the background. We have to stop her. Why? Why? We're superheroes, aren't we? Okay. Using this reasoning. Let's see what Denji says. Oh. Well, he seems very surprised to hear that. I'm not sure what to make of this expression. He's still crying, obviously, but I can't tell if he's like realized something or if Asa saying that made him think of something else. Oh, great. Yoru is back. The attacks I've tried on her so far haven't worked at all. Not surprised at all. I'll use tank. Tank? Oh. Well, this is new. Was she always able to do this? And she had been holding back? This is a cool double page spread though. I still really dislike Yoru, but hey, that arm is cool. That's too heavy. Interesting. Since with falling, the gravity would be up. But if the arm tank is heavy, does that mean they're actually going down? That shouldn't work though, that's not how Falling's powers work. Using Tank Devil's power, I'll load this gun with every weapon I've piled up to this point, and let her rip. Well, Yoru can try. Oh, so that's what the title of the chapter is for? Not at all how I expected it to come in, I'm not gonna lie. Buddha, 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 Buddha. What? Oh, oh yeah. Every weapon. I'm guessing since part 2 started. That's the spine sword, right? From the piece of shit teacher at the beginning. Like literally from chapter 98. Oh man, okay. Well, a lot of them are going for falling. Oh, there's the apartment sword. I don't see the what was it? The uniform sword. I did not know that Yoru could actually reforge weapons that she'd lost in the past, or that had been broken. Actually, wait a minute. I don't think the apartment sword broke. Okay. So maybe she can use the ones that were never damaged. But I mean, we've seen Falling get this type of injury and put herself back together, so it's, you know, I'm not seeing this killing Falling for good. One last sword going straight for Falling's head, and it cuts that in half. Okay, a sword. No, a fish sword. Going for her stomach. Whoa. It seems like it immediately healed. Not sure what the sword is about. Like what? Looks like the fin of a shark or something. I don't know. That one stabs Falling on the head. And then gets healed immediately as well. Another sword completely destroys Falling's head. Like, it almost seems like it makes it explode. But it's back together once again. Another sword just cuts her from, you know, separating her top and bottom parts. Healed once again. Another sword cutting her head vertically. Also heals immediately. And the last page is just a pile of all the swords that Yoru threw at her. Huh. Honestly, there were more than I thought there were gonna be. But oh man. I'm not gonna say I'm that disappointed with the chapter, but it's been a while since I was like, huh, that's all we get. But it was kind of underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted the whole chapter to be Asa and Denji talking to each other. So that's why I'm like, huh, okay. Like, nothing really got resolved. Or rather, of course, nothing was gonna get resolved in regards to, like, Denji's mental state. But rather, I wanted him to get something more out of the talk with Asa. You know, that she would give him something to keep going for the meantime. I mean, she did say, like, I'll make you happy, but then he was just like, okay, how? And she didn't really have an answer. But, I mean, hey. it wasn't like, at least she's not like making promises that she can't. Well, I mean, I guess you could say like just that alone would be a promise that she can't keep. But I guess, she's not saying like, I'll do this or that, like, she's not even saying I'll become your girlfriend or anything. She's just like, okay, we can think about it together. But first we gotta get out of this. So I do like that Asa making Denji happy doesn't involve becoming his girlfriend, for now at least. Because I would be disappointed if that was the case. I really don't want Asa to, like, oh, she finally regained some agency from Yoru, and then being like, oh, I'm basically like, how do I put this? Well, putting everything from my personhood into, basically sacrificing it all for someone else. Like, I wouldn't want that. But I do, like, my favorite line in the chapter is easily, you're dumb, so you have to think. This is Asa not giving Denji an easy way out. This is her telling him, you cannot go on as you've done for your whole life. You have to learn stuff. You have to take other people into consideration. You have to be more willing to compromise. Like, yes, you can have the desire to get more than what you're getting right now, but it shouldn't be at the cost of other people's happiness. Yeah, it may be hard and it may be complicated, but you're never gonna change if you just, repeat the cycle over and over and over again. Like, of course you're miserable. You're not trying to figure out why you're repeating things that make you suffer. But I also like that it wasn't just, you figure it out on your own. No, I'll help you. I do wish that it wasn't, so one-sided, because I still feel like, well, it will depend, in how Denji acts after this, but I still feel like Denji does not take Asa into account as much as he should, talking about, what she wants, what her feelings are, and it just kind of brushes it off to continue his own coping mechanism because it's too difficult otherwise. But that's what Asa is telling him, You have to think. You cannot just distract yourself and hoping that something will change eventually. That's just, wishful thinking. But I'm not sure what to make of the moment where she's like, we're superheroes, aren't we? I mean, that's obviously coming from Asa's own desire of saving others is stemming from Yuko. You know, if I do something that I believe in from the bottom of my heart, then I was not so wrong after all. But I also think that this also might be because of Asa's time at the church. Like, she did like feeling like a superhero, and the way that people treated her as such. And she knows that Chainsaw Man has been treated like that in the past. And even currently, there are some people who still want to be saved by Chainsaw Man. So she's appealing to that side of him to spring up into action instead of falling into despair. But like, I'm not sure if that's the right approach. Because, you know, at the end of part 1, Denji really latching onto his identity being validated by the public's acceptance and love, you know, shallow love, has been a reason why Denji has done a lot of foolish things to keep being Chainsaw Man. You know, trying to fill an empty hole in his chest since he lost Aki and power in the wrong way. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if Asa should go for that. But of course she doesn't know Denji that well to really know that. Plus they both have their own issues in regards to like wanting to be accepted by almost anybody. So I'm not saying like, oh, this is the blind leading the blind, but I mean, you know, it's not like I blame Asa. I feel like she's really trying the best that she can, even when she doesn't have to, but she wants to. Not much to say about Yoru trying every weapon she has against falling. That, you know, it went exactly as I thought it would. So, yeah. Hopefully I'll have more thoughts in regards to the Asa and Denji stuff early in the chapter, but like I said, like, I wish that was the whole chapter. Like I said, I was trying to keep my expectations tempered, but that was nowhere near enough to what I wanted, so I guess we'll have to wait. Actually, is there a chapter next week? Let me check real quick. Chainsaw Man. Oh, here. July 8th. Yeah, there is. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, this is gonna be it for today. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.